Okay, so journal number 10 is going to be, there's only one chapter, so no choices this week. It's chapter 19 from the Carter and McGoldrick text, and it's titled The Family Life Cycle of African American Families Living in Poverty. So I have to say that um, this is one area that, you know, I have experience working with this population, but since I myself am not African American, nor am I poor, or consider myself middle class, and, I've been blessed to be that way. I've definitely learned a lot reading through this. My internship site is actually a community site, and I have gotten to, work with all different populations, but definitely with the poor and with the African American and with the poor African American. So, 3 different ways. I've gotten to work with different people in this, and I would say the thing that I love learning most is in the. It seems like in the African American community, family is not just your mom, your dad, your siblings, but family is more than that. It's your neighbors next door who your parents are close to. They're almost, like your mom. And if they see you getting in trouble, you know, they'll, put you in timeout or, give you a spanking. It's, you know, your mom's best friend who's more like an aunt than, your mom's best friend. So, and how, it seems like a community, the community is very, very important to these people and how the community helps raise, kids. So I really love that idea, and I think that that's a strength of this community. Another thing is, how strong a lot of these women are. I just think that it's great. And, I'm sure that if you would ask a lot of them, they would probably say, that it was really hard. Did they always want it that way? No. But, I think a lot of these women know that if they aren't strong and don't take care of themselves, that nobody's going to. And I know that for a lot of older African American women, they're playing many roles, they're grandparents, but they're also pseudo parents because, their children are off, either in school or working, or maybe, their parents aren't a part of their lives, and so they're playing, surrogate parent as well. So when they should be retiring and, being more, like grandmas, like the fun person that comes to it, they're really having to work hard, and many times they're having to take care of their own parents too. So I can definitely see a lot of stress for this population. I guess with, I have worked sometimes with this job readiness group at my internship site, and so we do get all different types of people, and I've noticed that a lot of the clients that we get are young African American males, or even just African American males that, all these people have some type of, legal history, incarceration, being in prison, whether it's, for a couple of weeks or, for several years. But, it's been great to see these people, a lot of them, that are ready for change. They're ready, to not be a statistic anymore. They don't want to relapse. But sadly, many of those men and women, of that population are going to go back to prison, whether they're Caucasian or African American or Hispanic. Um, but I definitely, wish that I had had more individual clients that were African American. I did have a family. My first client at internship actually turned out to be a family, and they were African Americans. And so I really enjoyed working with them and realizing that, you know what, they're just like me. Their skin color's different, you know, but they're just like me. I mean, yeah, they might, they live on the other side of the water compared to me because I live across the tunnel. But, um, a lot of the things that they were dealing with would be things that I might deal with if I had a teenage daughter like they did. Some of the other factors maybe not so much, but um, so I definitely think that, working in community sites that, just more information and more learning about how to reach different types of populations I feel like is important, whether they are African American or not. And how, you have to reach them in different ways. I also help with an anger management group, and my facilitator is always telling me, how I have to be real with them. And, I have to, even though I want to be professional, I do need to make sure that they can understand me, so I don't want to say words, my big college-ese words. Not that I use a lot of them, but to be relevant and to be understandable. So that's all I have for this week, though. Thanks.